President Zelensky, before this meeting, voiced our expectations. In particular, the fact that the Chinese side need to stop buying energy resources from Russia.
There was a meeting of two leaders, the leaders of the United States and China. Of course, it has great significance for further peaceful efforts, for their acceleration. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, before this meeting, voiced our expectations. In particular, the fact that the Chinese side needs to stop buying energy resources from Russia because it is quite obvious that the sale of energy resources, oil, is the main source for financing the Russian military machine for the continuation of Russian aggression. Of course, we had contacts at various levels, through different channels, with our American friends, and before this meeting, we clearly articulated our position. Therefore, we very much hope that this meeting will become a landmark in further accelerating global peace efforts to stop Russian aggression.
We also welcome the efforts of U.S. President Donald Trump, and together with all the partners, we keep pressuring Russia, including through sanctions, to force it to commit to an unconditional ceasefire and start truly meaningful negotiations. But peace, as I said, must be just. It must be lasting. It must be based on the UN Charter, and it must be acceptable to Ukraine. It is for Ukraine alone to decide about its own future.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.